So in this presentation, we will start with the sludge digestion tank. So what is sludge digestion tank and what is going on inside the sludge digestion tank? How the sludge is digested. So the tank consists of a circular RCC tank, that is a reinforced cement concrete tank with the bottom will be hoppered, and it is having a roof cover. A cover will be there at the top of this sludge digestion tank. It can be fixed or it can be floating type, which can be removed, and that cover is mainly provided to retain the heat inside the sludge digestion tank and to prevent the emission of odors from the tank, and also for collecting the sludge gases. The gases should not come outside. So in order to prevent that gas coming outside and to collect the sludge gases and to retain the heat inside the tank, we are providing this cover. So heat has to be retained, sufficient heat has to be retained inside the tank for the digestion to take place. So that is why always it is provided a cover on the top. So, and if the sludge contains some grit, then the bottom of the tank should be given a particular slope, that is 1 in 2. So 1 is the vertical and 2 is the horizontal. That much slope we have to provide at the bottom if the sludge contains a grit, for the grit to deposit at the bottom of the tank. So this is a figure of the sludge digestion tank, and here you can see the inlet through which the effluent will be entering into the sludge digestion tank, and the sludge will be deposited at the bottom of the tank. Through the bottom of the tank, you can see a sludge outlet through which the sludge will be taken out from the bottom, and scraper is there, that is to rake out the sludge that is deposited at the bottom, and we can easily remove the sludge through the sludge outlet. And the digestion, inside the digestion chamber, you can see the heating pipe. So using this heating pipe, you can heat the sludge also. That is sufficient temperature will be maintaining inside the sludge in order to enhance the digestion process, and the gas will be collected in the gas domes. Carbon dioxide, methane and H2S gas will be collected in the gas domes. And here the scum breaker will be there, that is to break up the scum that is formed on the top of the sludge digestion tank, and the effluent can be collected through the outlet. So in some tanks, scum breakers, they are mainly provided with that is to break the scum. So most of the sludge digestion tank are provided with stirring equipments for thorough mixing of this sludge, and this also serves the purpose of scraper, and the scrape the well digested material and collect it near to the digested sludge outlet pipe also. So sufficient provision is provided within the tank, that is for the complete digestion of the sludge. So 2 or more outlets can be provided, that is to remove the liquid of the sludge, that is the liquid effluent. To remove that, we can take it out by through this outlet. So 2 or 3 outlets we can provide it to remove the liquid effluent, and 1 pipe is there to collect the sludge gas from the tank, and sludge outlets are also there at the bottom, that is to remove the digested sludge. So the raw sludge, always it is pumped into the tank when the tank is first put into operation, and this along with this raw sludge, it is seeded with the digested sludge from another tank. So digested sludge means the sludge that is already stabilized and the sludge that is taken out. That digested sludge, a part of the digested sludge can be mixed along with the raw sludge, and a pump also will be there with an arrangement that is for circulating the sludge from the bottom to the top of the tank, and some stirring mechanism will be provided inside the tank, that is to stir this raw sludge with the digested sludge. And normally in the cold countries, we have to provide sufficient temperature inside the sludge digestion tank, that is to enhance the digestion process. So normally in the colder countries, the heating coils we can provide, through which the hot water, through that heating coils, the hot water is normally circulated. So a sufficient temperature will be maintained inside the tank, that is to get the optimum digestion temperature level. And the gases of decomposition, that is at the end product, means the stabilized organic matter, that is a stabilized sludge we will be getting. Along with that, some gases such as methane gas, carbon dioxide gas, etc., they will be collected, and they can be collected in the gas dome that is provided inside the sludge digestion chambers. And the digested sludge, normally we can take it out from the hopper bottom of the tank under hydrostatic pressure, and periodically once a week we can remove this digested sludge from the tank. And the supernatant liquid, that is clear liquid, that is always lying between the sludge will be at the bottom and the scum will be at the top, and between these two the supernatant liquid will be there, and that liquid we can collect outside, that is can be taken out through the effluent outlet. 2 or 3 outlets we can provide to collect the effluent. So this is a figure of the sludge digestion tank, and here you can see the inlet through which the effluent will be entering into the sludge digestion tank, and the sludge will be deposited at the bottom of the tank. Through the bottom of the tank you can see a sludge outlet through which the sludge will be taken out from the bottom, and scraper is there, that is to rake out the sludge that is deposited at the bottom, and we can easily remove the sludge through the sludge outlet. And the digestion, inside the digestion chamber you can see the heating pipe. So you and the digestion tank, normally they are cylindrical in shape, and this dia varies from 3 meter to 12 meter. The dia of the sludge digestion tank varies, and normally the bottom already mentioned, it is hopper bottom tanks are always preferred, and this log varies from 1:1 to 1:3, and the depth is about 6 meter. That is the depth of the sludge digestion tank. Now coming to the stages in the sludge digestion process, this is very important for the university exam. You have to explain the way different stages in the sludge digestion process. So normally there are 3 stages are there. So the first one, it is acid fermentation, which is known as the acid production stage. Then comes the acid regression stage, and the third one, it is the alkaline fermentation stage. So after the sludge undergoes these 3 stages, and in the final stage, that is the alkaline fermentation stage, we will be getting a stabilized sludge with lower value of this BOD. So first we will go through the acid fermentation stage, which is known as the acid production stage. So in that's the first stage where the sludge will be in fresh state. That is, the sludge in the fresh sewage will be attacked by the anaerobic bacteria and the facultative bacteria, that is known as the acid formers. So this acid formers bacteria will be attacking this sludge, and it will solubilize the organic solids, that is by hydrolysis process. So after this hydrolysis, what happens is that the end product will be organic acids and gases. That is, in the acid fermentation stage, the end product will be, the sludge will be decomposed and produce organic acids and gases containing methane, carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide gas. And here in this stage, if you check the pH will be less than 6, and the sludge BOD will be increasing. The value of the BOD of the sludge will be increases, and this stage continues for about 15 days. Within the sludge digestion tank, the sludge will undergo the acid fermentation process. That is, the sludge will be acted upon by the anaerobic bacteria, by the acid formers. Those bacteria are known as acid formers. They will be producing more gases and organic acids, and the products are gases and also this solubilized, that is organic solids will be solubilized, and the sludge will be acidic in nature, and the BOD content of the sludge will be more, and this stage that will be longer for 15 days. That is the first stage. Coming to the second stage, that is the acid regression stage. So this is the intermediate stage where the organic acids and the nitrogenous compounds, that is, after in the first stage organic acids will be produced and also some nitrogenous compounds also will be produced. Those products will be attacked by the bacteria again and converted into acid carbonates and ammonium compounds. That is in the second stage. And what happens is that the decomposed sludge has very offensive odor, and the gaps of this decomposition, after decomposing, the gases will be there. So in the acid regression stage, it entraps the gases of decomposition and becomes a foamy, and forms will be formed inside the sludge digestion tank, and that will be rising to the top surface as a scum. So the some scum will be formed in the second process, and where the pH value, it will be slightly between 6 and 7. It rises and it maintains between 6 and 7, and the BOD also still remains high. And this stage normally extends for several months. Usually from 2 to 3 months, this acid regression stage continues within the sludge digestion chamber. And the last one, it is the alkali fermentation stage. So it is the final stage of the sludge digestion process. So the more resistant materials like the proteins, organic acids, etc. formed, they are attacked by the bacteria and they are broken up. Mainly that those bacteria are known as the methane formers. It is not the acid formers, it is methane formers. So all these proteins and organic acids that will be attacked by the methane formers and convert these products into ammonia, organic acids and again gases. And the liquids, what happens is that it separates out from the solids in this stage, and the digested sludge is formed, which is formed at the bottom, and the liquid gets separated from the solids. So when the sludge is fully digested, it will be settling at the bottom, and the liquid will be collecting at the almost towards the above the digested sludge, and the granular and the stable sludge that is formed without the offensive odor. So the odor will be very less, and that sludge that is in the third stage, that is a digested sludge, is also known as a ripened sludge. And the sludge that is collected at the bottom of the tank, which can be removed through the sludge outlet under hydrostatic pressure, and the digested sludge will be of alkaline in nature, that is the pH will be goes above 7 and the BOD get reduced, and this alkaline fermentation stage extended for a period of 1 month. So again after 3 months, so if the acid fermentation stage will be taking place for 15 days, then the acid then regression stage will be continuing for about 2 to 3 months, and after that again 1 more month it will be taking to form a stabilized sludge, that is a ripened sludge. So after these 3 stages, the sludge will be get stabilized. So these are the 3 stages of sludge digestion process, which is very important.